Maybe the site's down or something? I don't know.
Great fucking question. See you later. Welcome to the Rundown. Today is August 17th, 2023. It's presented by Pardon My Cheesesteak. You just gave me the weirdest look, John Rich, because I never on date on purpose. You just went to like the shadow realm.
I was trying to tell how insanely wrong you were, or if you were just trolling us.
You just went straight. No, that's a tradition of the Rundown, is to get the wrong date, is it not?
It's important.
Yeah, it's usually a little closer than that. If you would have gone like
Full different month was too much?
Yeah, because then we know you're. Oh, I guess I didn't know you're joking.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know.
You looked at me like I had 15 heads.
I did.
That's quite a look. Today's Rundown is presented by Pardon My Cheesesteak. Are you tired of sad, limp? You could end there, and the answer would be no. Flavorless cheesesteaks. Do you crave something that'll make your taste buds dance with joy and happiness? Look no further, my friend, because Pardon My Cheesesteak is here to save the day. Order now at pardonmycheesesteak.com, and starting tomorrow, you can use the code KORN, K-O-R-N, for 20% off your order. Also available on UberEats, GrubHub, and DoorDash. We all love Pardon My Cheesesteak. I like when they have the truck outside. Something about a food, like that little cart or whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're getting it fresh.
Yeah, exactly.
Fresh off the grill.
Something that's a little heartwarming about that. I also just love cheesesteaks, though, so yeah, it's just a me thing. You guys are much skinnier than me for this reason.
Cheesesteaks are great. I feel like that was my dad's cheesesteaks. It was cheesesteak night. I loved it. You couldn't make this part of
regular cheese.
I like real cheese. I don't like the cheese whiz.
I like American cheese. I'm a disgusting freak for that, I think.
Chopped cheese in New York is essentially just a cheese steak.
It's a hamburger. That's hamburger meat. So cheesesteak, I believe, is a different type of beef.
All right.
But they just do like literally put 2 hamburger patties down, just chop it the fuck up, and throw American cheese on it.
Okay, that does not sound as good.
Yeah. First topic of the day. Broncos head coach Sean Payton said that Nathaniel Hackett's coaching job in Denver might have been the worst coaching job in the history of the NFL. He said he also said he's gonna be pissed if he's not a playoff team. Which, just to let you know, Sean Payton, you're in the AFC. You're in the AFC, which means you'll be fighting in a absolute and total war with about 6 other teams to get a wild card spot. You're not in the NFC anymore. This is going to be a real fucking hard time. So don't set your expectations that high, especially with the Broncos, who have one good position group in their entire team.
Yeah.
Then that's their secondary.
I feel like you've got to say this, but I love that he came out and said it was one of the worst coaching jobs.
The shitting on.
Because he could have been like,
him under the bus.
Yeah, he could have had his brother, his coaching brother's back and been like, oh no, he tried his best. But I mean, if you remember, like week 1, there was he sent the field goal unit on.
Yeah.
And if you're watching the Manning cast, like Peyton Manning was just freaking out. He's like he called a timeout and kicked like a 64-yard field goal, which is like the second longest field goal in NFL history.
Yeah. Instead
of going for it on 4th down. Insane, and that was week 1. That set the tone for his entire time there.
Exactly.
So do we think Aaron Rodgers is fucked with Nathaniel Hackett now being the offensive coordinator for the Jets?
You won MVP with him in Green Bay, so I guess it kind of must work in a degree. But also, they are going to play each other this year, the Broncos and the Jets. So maybe a little revenge match.
Yeah, he's got a chip on his shoulder, or
exactly
a chip on his shoulder for sure.
And they're going to have an interesting matchup too, because the Jets just going to be like Garrett Wilson and I can't even name another receiver on their team because they dumped Elijah Moore. They got someone else, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
The Jets right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just traded what? Mims?
No, he was on
like a 6th rounder.
John Rich. But yeah, they're going to be going up against a very good secondary in Denver. They've been consistently one of the best defenses in the league. But I feel I'm not a Sean Payton guy. He was linked to the Chargers forever. I was never into him. I don't know, and I think that he might not be the guy that's going to bring them to the next level.
Yeah, I feel like since he has Russell Wilson, he might be able to do it. I feel like Sean Payton's kind of like a Bill Belichick, where it's like if he doesn't have that elite quarterback, like, you know what I mean? Because did Sean Payton? Sean Payton didn't really do anything without Breeze.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
It's going to be very interesting.
It's tough if you don't have your franchise quarterback.
Yeah. I like it, though. I do like if we were to go into an era of coaches shitting on each other in general, because if I was able to just see people dump on Brandon Staley, I would be ecstatic, especially towards the end of last year for some of his decisions, or just going after all the bad coaches, because it feels like there was a lot last year. Some really weird, Nathaniel Hackett's definitely at the top of that list, but there are some really weird bozo choices by coaches throughout the league. So,
were you thinking of McCole Hardman?
Cole Hardman's on the Jets now?
It appears so, yes.
Speedster, all right, good for
Ty Johnson, running back.
Yeah, that was
Davis too.
Corey Davis, yeah, sure. I don't think that's who I was thinking of, but we could throw him on there.
Number 2.
Yeah, we got the Angels have decided they're not going to be trading Shohei Ohtani, and they instead inquired Giolito and Lopez from the White Sox. We'll get Hubs in here, a more baseball-heavy person to kind of talk about this. It is bizarre for them to be buying.
What are the chances he stays next season? Like, is there a percentage on that? Do we know?
I don't know. That's a very good question. I mean,
Is that a Hubs question?
If Ohtani leaves after this season, I feel like they're not going to go anywhere, so why wouldn't he want to? But they also have so many rumors going back and forth about whether he's going to be West Coast or not.
What's up?
Ohtani staying and the Angels buying. Dumb or smart?
Insanely dumb, but like also hilarious to watch unfold.
Yeah.
Because like for the last month, he actually almost just got hurt, by the way.
Well, just
like,
right now?
All the trainers came out to check on him at first base, but he's okay. For the last like month, it was kind of a foregone conclusion. All right, they're going to trade him. Trout's out till like September. You know, they have to get their haul. And then last night, they're like, well, a little before midnight, Verducci comes out and is like, they're not trading him. Everyone's like, that could, people say, owners say they're going to.
Negotiating tactic.
Right. And then a few hours later, they go out and buy Lucas Giolito and Reynaldo Lopez. So they're now going for it, despite being 4 games back of the last wild card spot. They have 2 teams in front of them to even get there, would be the Yankees and Red Sox, who are getting healthier and better by the moment. The Angels are without Trout till probably like late August, early September. And they have the 6th hardest schedule left in baseball. And even if they make the playoffs somehow, some way, he's still probably leaving.
Yeah.
So no matter what, they're going to be stuck just absolutely fucked now without 2 of their top 3 prospects in the system. And that's it. So realistically, they should have traded him or traded him away or traded for these guys last deadline. So you have like a year and a half to get, as much as you can.
Now it's do or die without the second best player in the team, who also happens to be one of the best players in baseball.
Right. Who was having a down year a bit, but he's still Mike Trout.
Yeah.
They're in a really bad spot. And I do like see it from a sense of like, at this point, fuck it. We have Ohtani. We're going to get a lot of tickets here. Let's just go for it and make a spectacle out of it. But come November, they're going to be really sad.
Yeah.
Because he's not going back there.
Yeah.
Maybe he gave the Angels his word that he's coming back.
If that's the case.
That's historically not worked well in the African world.
I don't know about that. He's going to be a
Cavs
Dodger.
fan about Carl
He's
Souza.
realistically going to be a Dodger.
What?
Yeah.
That was
Dodger?
The growing sense is like if he gets the free agency as an Angel, he goes to LA. The only chance for him not being a Dodger would be if he got traded to a contender and then fell in love with that contender over the next 2 months, and then he'd be like, oh, like this place is pretty cool. Like I didn't really know about this place. Kind of feels like he's just going to be a Dodger.
Well, he's had to have been at every MLB stadium at this point. He has to have a general vibe at the.
But a little different when you you can come to New York and spend a weekend here, but then you spend 2.5 months here, and you're like, well, it's actually, this is cool. Like the fans.
It's usually the opposite. I would imagine.
Yeah.
When I used to only come here for 1 weekend, I was like, this is the best place on earth.
Energy, it's so amazing.
Yeah.
That's fair,
And
but
there's a lot
also
of places
like,
Trying to like that too. Yeah.
that Yankee Stadium cooking is pretty good. So like, you fall in
do
love
have
with
great
that a
food.
little bit. So I don't know. That would be the only way I see he not being a Dodger, and I feel like now it's just gonna happen, and the Angels are gonna be screwed. But hey, they have a little bit of a play. I think it's 15%. They have a playoff opportunity right
And
now.
how many percentage points do you think they went up by acquiring Giolito and Lopez?
See, that's the thing. It's like those guys don't like move the. Giolito's good. He's gonna be like their number 2, and Lopez is a good reliever. But like at this point, I said this in my blog. Like, okay, you trade your number 2 and 3. You're clearly just going for broke here. Literally trade every prospect you have now, from now until the deadline, and just try and acquire as many good players as you can.
Yeah.
Because why hold back? You're already like dug in here. You're gonna make your dumb decision no matter what. Just go for it.
Exactly. It's a weird half measure. You know what I mean? It makes
Go
no
for
sense.
it. Don't hold back. So, and I think they're like in on Candelario from the Nationals, who's another solid bat. Yeah, but like they need to do more at this point because they have a lot of teams to hop. They have ahead of them the Rays, the Astros, the Blue Jays, who all aren't going anywhere, and the Yankees and Red Sox.
Yeah.
And they have to beat out.
And then
a
you
bunch
need
of
to win
those
the
teams.
playoffs too. So that's
Right, and that's the thing. Like as I said before, like even if they make the playoffs, he's still probably leaving.
Even if they win the World Series, I think he'd probably still like. Do you think earnestly he would stay? With the amount of money
World
other teams could
Series,
offer?
yeah, but like how are we getting there?
Could other teams offer him more money than the Angels?
Yeah, that's the other thing. I guess maybe Art Moreno's like, I'm just gonna offer him $1 billion.
Yeah.
He's an idiot, though, so I wouldn't. The Angels, if you assume they're going to do the right thing, that's idiotic. They're going to do the wrong thing.
Or if you ever assume a player's going to do the right thing, that's usually not smart either.
Right. He's loyal. Like I do think like he'll consider them because I think he's a respectable. But like I don't think like it's just better winning opportunities elsewhere.
Well, that's been Ohtani talk. I feel like we've been begging for him to get onto the Yankees for a very long time, and we started rumors about that in this office, that he was locked to go to the Yankees, and that obviously didn't happen. Damn shame. Congress heard from 3 retired Air Force members, and they testified about how UFOs and non-human biologics do exist. They said that biologics of non-human origin were discovered in crashed UFOs. They met with a member of a flight crew that took an image of something that they are not able to attach to any human capability. The picture was 4 aircrafts with a diamond formation. When the pilot went to check on the formation, he saw an orb of non-human capability. God, think of a better term than that, dudes. I mean, come on, fellas. When he approached it, the radar went down, and they said that funds meant for other areas were misappropriated to be used for UFO and alien research. One of us here has been to I believe, did you go to Area 51 or that general area? Both you did?
Both of us.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I didn't know if that was just you in the Vegas tunnels. Or
Yeah.
No, yeah, we did the Vegas tunnels and the Area 51 raid. Yeah.
The Area 51 raid was the biggest dud of all time. Like, it was supposed to be this massive, like, festival, music festival, and it was...
Yeah, it was just a lot of, like, meme lords.
Yeah. Yeah, like...
I know Riley Reid was there. I saw
Everybody doing the, like, Naruto run back and forth. A lot of people just there on shrooms.
Yeah.
Including
you. I was going to say, I remember one
Yeah.
musician. Yeah.
But yeah, like we went out to the gates of Area 51 at like 4 in the morning, which is they're like, we're gonna do the raid now, and it was just like a bunch of people dressed like aliens and like 4 guards standing at the gate, being like, we will shoot you if you
Yeah.
cross the line.
Were they like worried or concerned at all?
No, the guards were kind of laughing about it. And apparently Area 51's like the size of Rhode Island. Like
Really?
it's like enormous. So if you somehow manage to sneak into Area 51 and they do have something there, the chances of you finding it are slim to none.
But also then the chances of them finding you, if it's that much area to cover?
Yes. Oh, and actually, so I'm sure you'll notice I'm not wearing shades for the first time on the rundown. I was originally doxxed by Ancient Aliens.
Really?
While we were there. So I was there at like 4 in the morning on a plethora of substances. And then Ancient Aliens came up. They're like, oh, do you want to be in the show? Or just like talking to people. And I was like, yeah, can I like wear my shades? And they were like, well, you're not going to make the show if you wear the shades. So I didn't wear them. And like, I totally forgot about it because I was hammered at the time. And then maybe like 5 months later, everyone was hitting me up in the DMs being like, is this you? And it's just fully doxed. It's got my full name, my hometown.
Jesus Christ.
And in the clip, I seem surprisingly sober. So
We need to find this clip. Does this clip exist in the wild?
yeah, you'll at least be able to find the screenshot.
Yeah.
You probably don't have the rights to put it on the rundown.
But yeah, so
okay,
I've always
fair.
wanted to write a blog being like, I got doxxed by Ancient Aliens.
Maybe.
There he is.
Oh shit, yes.
Oh, damn.
Well, done on Ancient Aliens. I don't know if it's the full clip, but
It's so funny.
man, yeah.
I like how the Barstool Reddit was like looking at it and just being like dissecting every bit of that image, I'm sure, to see if it was you, even though you have a giant fucking Barstool emblem right on your chest.
Yep. Me and Vibbs almost got in a fight. Well, not an actual fight. It was more with me and Chef Donnie because we had like driven out there at like 3 in the morning, and then we're like, all right. I was like, I'm gonna go and check out the scene. You guys just meet me there at like 4 because that's when the raid is supposed to happen. And then Vibbs and Donnie just fell asleep in the car, and I was just like at the gate all alone.
Yeah, I was also, this was the first time I'd ever done acid.
Yeah, there was.
And Donnie
day.
gave me half, and I was like, Donnie gave me half, and then 30 minutes later, I was like, this is awesome. I feel so good. I'll do the other half now. And that was not a good idea. So I was not in. I wasn't in a good spot.
Yeah.
And I was still I was still at the gate, like trying to talk to people. It wasn't good.
Yeah.
Also, like,
It wasn't good.
Too, just sweating your ass off. That can't be great. Although I guess it was nighttime. Or?
It was not.
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
actually,
okay.
yeah, it was the
freezing
desert, so it was
then, right?
freezing. Yeah. In that clip, Donnie's nose is like very red, not from any drugs. It's from the windburn.
It's disgusting air. I just saw you pulling on a guy's nipple chain or nipple ring.
But yeah, so non-human biologics. I mean, I would love for that to mean aliens or like interdimensional beings. I mean, that could also be a cat.
Yeah.
But if they found those biologics in the UFO, then you would assume they belong to like whoever was piloting the UFO.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always believed in aliens. I feel like it's almost arrogant to think that we would be the only species alive in the entire endless billions and billions of planets. Like, we can't be the only ones, so it'd be kind of cool.
I mean, it'd be awesome. Like,
Yeah.
I would assume all of us are going to be alive for at least another 30 years, and hopefully in that time we get definitive proof of whether. I mean, also they said they've seen UFOs coming out of the water. Like this.
That I don't like.
sort of
Really
like
hate that.
unknown species that like lives in the Marianas Trench, or
Yeah, that scares me more, them coming out of the water than them coming from space.
Yeah. The
plot of
They've been
Gears
here
of
the whole
War.
time.
Or like kaijus in Pacific Rim.
yeah, I think it could be interdimensional beings. Also, it could be like a future humans who have developed the technology to time travel, and they've sent like AI back.
They went back in time and they tried to stop a certain live stream from airing at 5 in.
yeah, yeah.
That's the only reason they came back.
Although I think that worked out the best.
That's fair. He's probably breaking it in now. Yeah, that's a good point.
Wait, are you talking about? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that worked out for the best. Now
Yeah,
he
great point.
gets paid the same, but doesn't really have to work.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
So why did this start? They said it was a whistleblower.
Yeah.
So was he just like, hey, I got to talk about aliens now, or was it like a Congress thing? Where they're like, hey, we have some.
Yeah.
they were
There's a new
rodent, right?
law that they passed, the like whistleblowers protection, that if you want to reveal some hidden information and you go directly to Congress, then that whoever you're tattling on can't like arrest you, or you can't face repercussions.
Sanctuary.
Yeah.
Sanctuary.
Yeah, if you go to Congress, and like I've never once wanted to be in Congress until like this. Like now they get like front row seats. Like if aliens do turn out to be true, they're gonna have front row seats, and
Yeah.
they're probably gonna find out before the general public. So that is one pro of being a politician.
Or I wonder if they tell the president even. I mean, Biden's probably already forgotten if you told him.
Trump claimed like he was gonna tell us if aliens were real. I think this is like so covered up that the president doesn't even know. It's like hidden between like all of
layers,
these
yeah.
bureaucracy, because like
Is this under like the jurisdiction of Space Force? Like back when
Do they even exist anymore? I don't know.
I think there's all these like secret organizations, and they all only have certain clearances, and they do that just to like kind of bury the information so
Yeah.
deep and make it so hard to find out.
They're still kicking? That show ended pretty unceremoniously. The Steve
Yeah.
Carell one they made on Netflix. Not a good show at all, by the way. Don't watch that.
But yeah.
Oh, you can still join?
yeah,
They're active. Do you get like a Camaro like they do in the Army or whatever?
Yeah, with your like signing bonus, go buy a Dodge Charger.
Yeah, exactly. Dodge that Charger. That's what I was
Yeah.
looking for. Yeah. Yeah, that's been alien talk. I feel like if there's going to be anyone here that's going to find the aliens first, it would probably be you two. If you were to make a second trip to Area 51, they opened the doors for the first time.
Yeah.
I think you guys would have a great time.
I kind of believe this guy.
Yeah, me too. No,
And he had to say, he couldn't say, oh, we found some aliens, because he doesn't have proof of that. So just
Yeah.
non-human biologics, that's like how he can avoid like lying under oath. Cause
Yeah.
like, yeah.
I don't want to judge a book by its cover, but when I saw him like testifying or whatever, he kind of has a crazy look in his eyes. He has crazy eyes.
Yeah.
I believe him because I believe aliens are real. So like that is mostly why I believe him. I think, but maybe not his specific sighting, if that makes sense.
The TikTok sighting with those pilots off of San Diego, though,
Yeah.
like I think there was 4 people who all saw the same thing, and like they all still work in the military. Like that wasn't just some like group. Hey, let's all go and start telling people we saw
Yeah.
like a flying TikTok.
He doesn't
So
look-
I mean, I definitely trust that guy.
Actually, this guy kind of looks like Adam Gase a little. The more you're looking at it,
That's not going to help your case.
yeah, it does not help your case there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mr. Grush. Goosh?
Yeah, because you saw, I guess, like most congressional hearings, like you don't have to go, and like not
That's
everybody
right.
shows up. For this one, there was a
Back 'em
clip.
up.
There was like a line out the door. Like every congressman was
Yeah.
like, "Fuck, I'm not gonna miss this one." Usually they're about boring shit.
Yeah, like a budgetary thing, and then it's like, oh, you missed that.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like
Go to the alien.
the MLB steroids would be a good one. The Facebook when
Yeah, yeah.
Zuckerberg was sitting on a phone book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I would love to-
Smoking, this big cigarette, big tobacco.
The TikTok one, was that when like
They're just
the TikTok
grilling
guy
that.
just like made a fool of everyone because they were asking the dumbest questions?
Yeah, because they had never operated anything social media.
Yeah, they were like, "So does TikTok access your Wi-Fi?"
And you're like,
They're
yeah.
like, well,
you need to use Wi-Fi to
yeah.
post on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a dumb one. Dolphins wide receiver Braxton Berrios' supposed girlfriend, social media star Alix Earle, was allegedly caught making out with a 17-year-old after his senior prom. Alix Earle, 5.6 million followers, was dating him. The story, which is still alleged, very alleged, that Alix Earle was caught making out with a 17-year-old son of a DKNY fashion designer. The sleuth said they're making out for some time. And let's see, it happened at a place called Surf Lodge, which is a plus 21 club. I don't know anything about Alix Earle. You look, I'm a 30-year-old man. It's just not something I'm going to know a ton about. But I think if you are over 18 and you're making out with a 17-year-old, jail. That's pretty.
She's what, 22?
Yeah.
17? Yeah.
22, and I think obviously if it was like reversed and it was
You'd be
22 male,
buried under.
yeah, jail. But like, you kind of have to make an exception. Like obviously,
Because of the gender.
yeah, I feel like.
Age of consent in New York is also 17. So
It is.
Oh, okay.
He was wearing
I
it.
did not know that.
I thought we were like if anything, it would be like 20.
Yeah.
I think
also his 18th birthday the next day. So I don't know if this was like a post midnight
Post midnight thing.
kiss, but
But just like think, like, do you know a single 17-year-old male who's gonna like complain about like making?
Oh no, absolutely not.
no.
This is a matter of principle.
22-year-old chick wanted to make out with me.
But I mean, how are you supposed to know she's? Do you remember that Akon song where he wrote an entire song about grinding on a girl at the club?
Yeah.
He's like, it was a 21 and over club. How am I supposed to know? It's great. You listen to it. It's a banger.
Yeah.
Made out with Alix Earle. Alex, Alix.
He's also wearing like a cowboy hat. It kind of makes him look a little older.
Now, if you're like a 26-year-old teacher and then you like are
Oh, Jerry Thornton's already
one of
put
your
a blog.
students, like that is like more problematic. But if you're just a 17-year-old who gets into a bar and meets up with a chick who wants to make out with you, all the power to
Well, it was after prom, they were saying, and I feel like you need to be dressed in a suit if you just came directly from a prom or something.
Yeah, I was
Right.
at Surf Club. That's
Oh yeah, dude, he's wearing.
That's
is this a
not
video?
it. There's no way.
no, that's
him.
not.
That's just.
That's
there's
like a
a video.
meme.
But this was also on Twitter yesterday. They were saying that this was this kid's teacher, and this was right after graduation.
Yo.
I mean, his teacher is.
I mean, that's an extremely hot.
Didn't
Yeah.
Don Lemon do something weird at Surf Club as well?
Surf Lodge, I thought this place was. Or
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. It was this. Yeah, this Surf Lodge. Yeah, Surf Lodge.
Lodge sounds like a cool place, doesn't it?
Wait, is this Surf Club or Surf Lodge?
Surf Club or Lodge?
I think this is Portnoy's favorite place out
Lodge
there.
is the Alix Earle one. I don't know about.
What was the name of this place, John Rich? Surf Club or Surf Lodge?
Surf Lodge in Montauk.
Surf Lodge in Montauk. That sounds like a cool ass place. I've never been. Despite.
Yeah.
Don't. I feel like I'm so unplugged again. Everything all alleged. Keep that evidently clear to all the lawyers watching. All alleged. But
Right.
yeah, shout out to I guess Braxton Berrios. Hope he has a good year at the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Good luck, buddy.
He was like all team NFL for like special teams.
Yeah.
Do you think this happens if he's like a
he's
wide
not
receiver
attractive.
or
Yeah.
oh he's so hot, but if you think this happens if he's like a wide receiver or a starting quarterback?
No, because they play shit way more close to the vest if you're a quarterback. Like we don't have like those sort of playboy quarterbacks anymore or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they are so everything needs to be so
Yeah.
played close. Wide receivers though, they fuck around.
But also, like, they weren't married. He's going to Miami. He's going to have no shortage of eligible ladies down there. I think they'll both be fine, including the 17-year-old.
Yes. Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, he's not a minority, that's an old white man. 81 years old, has what appears to be a stroke mid-speech.
So this is we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of the IRA, and of course,
He walked up the podium, started to talk, and fell completely silent. Everyone thinks he has a stroke, got led away. People close to him said that he was in fine, perfectly good health afterwards, or whatever it was. I think this shouldn't be controversial. I don't think a very definite age limit on service in Congress and in the U.S. government in general.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys have seen the clip, it is pretty unsettling.
It's a tough watch. Did you see he went away for 15 minutes and they brought him back to finish the speech?
No way, really?
They brought him back, and everyone was like, "What just happened?" And he was like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "Yes, I'm fine." And they're like, "Do you have any plans to retire?" And he was like, "No." But yeah, I don't know why these people Mitch McConnell is insanely wealthy. Like, why does he even still want to do this?
It's miserable. Everything about it is miserable.
Yeah, same with Biden. I don't know really why he wants to run for another 4 years.
Exactly. They should be retired. Go fucking sit on your porch and pet a dog or something.
But yeah, I think it's something about the power. You get hooked on the power.
Yeah, but the power also comes from money and all that too. So
Yeah, now you have the money. Just fucking.
And doesn't everything kind of like go through him? He's kind of like a pivotal member of the Republican Party, and as long as he's there, he can kind of control.
like if you're him, Biden, Bernie, or Feinstein, or whatever her name was, like, why would you want to do this anymore?
Yeah, and I think Biden's kind of the same way, where it's just like. It was the only option they had, so they kept put him in there. It's like the Democratic Party wanted him there, so they keep him there. The Republicans want Mitch McConnell there, so they're just like, oh, goddamn, we gotta keep him
out of here.
Yeah.
But I mean, he very clearly had some sort of stroke or something up there. Just to come back 15 minutes later and like completely ignore that happening, you have to at least address it. Like.
Yeah. Like, you remember how when Teddy Roosevelt got shot in the chest, he came back and gave a big ass speech?
Yeah.
It was a cool speech.
90-minute speech.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't talk loud because I have a bullet in me.
That was cool.
Yeah. That was badass. At least he addressed it. He just didn't say a damn word.
Apparently
like, no,
he told
that
Biden.
did not happen. I'm fine.
Apparently McConnell told Biden he got railroaded, but I think he was maybe kind of joking. Like, that's what he said about that situation.
He tried to somehow blame this situation on Biden?
No, like by the media, I think. Like, oh yeah, they're just railroading me about
It's like,
having
all right,
a
if
stroke.
you're media and you see someone have a stroke, you have to ask about that.
Yeah.
Well, somebody else, did another politician other than Teddy get shot mid-speech and keep going? Well, McKinley was mid-something and he died. But
Yeah.
William Henry Harrison, right?
No,
was
William
the
Henry
cold.
Harrison died like after
Pneumonia?
a month. Reagan got shot, and then later on, when he was giving a speech, a balloon went off, and he goes, "Missed me," and everyone just fucking
jerked it off. Yeah.
It was just awesome. That was a cool moment.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to say something, dude. I mean, let us know what's going on.
I think if you fuck up on that, you just take the day off. Like you don't come out, and then next day you're like, oh hey, sorry, this happened or something.
Exactly.
Just take a second, think of an excuse at the worst.
Weed.
I wonder if
that Mitch McConnell
he was at
passed.
the UFO hearing. I think he was.
Good
Mitch
question.
McConnell?
I saw a couple of them that I recognized, like AOC. I saw was there, a couple other people, but I don't know. It seems like it again would be a very fun panel to be on.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
We should be able to ask the questions there at the UFO hearing.
Yeah.
Just something like the things that people actually want to know, not anything technical jargon. We have a congressman that went in an 8-hour hunger strike to get better heat protection for construction workers. Greg Casar. Nice, that sounds good. To protest the lack of heat-related worker protections, Greg Abbott signed into law that supersedes local municipalities' ability to create and institute mandatory water breaks for outdoor workers amid the extreme heat wave. To protest, this congressman sat on the steps of the Capitol building and went 8 hours without food or water. I think this fucking sounds cool as hell. He's protecting the construction workers.
No, I mean
that sounds sick.
Yeah, apparently it's to like get them the right to take water breaks. Right now,
Which is
it's like
insane.
a law. It's like
Yeah.
I never thought construction workers should be able to take as many water breaks as they want.
Yeah.
I mean,
Especially in Texas.
Yeah.
yeah. And
People were kinda
this is a heat stroke.
People were kind of giving him shit because he was only out there for 8 hours.
Yeah,
like
that's ridiculous.
no. I just
8 hours in
walked 10
Texas
minutes
heat?
to get lunch. This is what, 97-degree weather? If you're just in direct sunlight sitting on those steps for 8 hours, that is a lot.
Insane.
Muslims do an 8-hour hunger strike like for 30 days straight during Ramadan.
Yeah, I
but
think
sitting-
the conditions of this are rougher, and they can also drink water.
Sitting on the
Most
Texas
Muslims,
heat.
a lot of Muslims live in the Middle East where it's hotter than Texas.
I mean, I'm not saying the guy's
You're
a
also
goddamn
indoors.
hero, but I mean, 8 hours isn't as not impressive as people are saying. People are like, oh, this
people were
loser.
shitting on him for this?
Yeah, people were comparing him to Glenny Balls, when Glenny Balls is like, I was up for 16 hours.
Yes.
Normal day.
Yeah.
16 hours.
Yeah, let's not compare him to Glenny Balls.
Wait, Glenny Balls, you bragged about being up for 16 hours?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Just giving us the look to know. What do you think about this?
About to do that fasted for 8 hours?
What do you think about this Texas congressman? Come on over. This a Texas congressman to protest.
What was harder, 8 hours, no food or water, or 16 hours awake?
Listen, I know I fucked that up, okay? What's the date on that? September 9th, 2020. It's about to be September 2023. I was a very different person than I was
Yeah, that was
Okay.
3 years ago. I was fucking dumb. That was on my first trip to Arizona. That was the first trip ever for a Sunday conversation.
Oh, was it really?
So I was a very different man 3 years ago.
Yeah, that was before
during
you had ever
COVID.
tried a raspberry.
That was my first time in Arizona.
Okay.
That was my first time drinking at like a bar after COVID. So cut me some slack. My brain was going crazy.
So what do you think about this? So there's this Texas congressman that did an 8-hour food and water strike to protest the law. Like there's law where basically construction workers can't take water breaks while they're working.
Yeah, that's it's pretty stupid.
You think what do you think about the 8? You think you could do the 8 hours in Texas?
Just intermittent fasted, right?
Yeah.
But sitting on the steps.
Intermittent fasted for.
Did he?
I mean, no water is probably
So
harder than no food.
He sat on the steps in Texas.
Yeah.
I'm with him.
Yeah, you're boiling, dude.
Me and Dana were literally in Texas on last Monday. It was 106. I did not leave my hotel room. We went outside to go in the pool for 15 minutes, and then we said it's too hot. We're going back inside.
Yeah.
I'm with this man.
8 hours.
There's no shade there.
8 hours in Texas on a fucking cement steps.
Yeah.
No food, no drink. He just ran a marathon. Worse.
Yeah. I'm
with him.
I think we're all with him.
Yeah, especially because like
hot.
If
Yeah.
you work like in a air conditioned office, there's no rules in regards to how many water breaks you can take.
Yeah.
So why would that be a rule for people that are actually physically working?
Exactly. Actually working for a living, basically.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. That's insane to me. I don't get it.
Did he do 8 hours just to do like a 9 to 5, or was it like the thing was solved after
Question.
8 hours?
I guess that makes sense that it's like representative of I guess a 9 or 8.
Because I mean, it's impressive, but if you're really trying to prove a point, I mean, I feel like you could do a full day out there.
I guess he was out there, I would assume, throughout like the apex of the sun, basically, like throughout the most of the sunlight.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I would hate with my entire fiber of my being, every fiber of my being, having to do that. I
went to the DMV before I came to work this morning to get my picture taken, and I'm just dripping sweat. The dumbest thing I've ever done was go to the DMV on the hottest day of the year and get my license.
Have you ever gone a full day without food, or at least like woke up and waited for the sun to go down before?
We used to. I don't know if you guys were in youth group, but in youth group we'd do like a lock-in fast, and 24 hours you wouldn't eat.
Yeah.
Christians, man.
Or like I can't remember. Yeah, it was weird. I don't know what it was for, because we don't have like a Ramadan or anything. We were Methodist.
They gave us wine and crackers. I feel like it's the opposite of that. Anything they feed us at church.
I'm very jealous of that.
Yeah. I didn't eat yet today. Am I as brave as this guy? I still haven't had a chance to eat.
Yeah,
I mean, people are starting to, like, the rumblings are getting out there, aren't they?
Maybe he had just taken an Adderall that morning. If he was on Adderall, 8 hours no food, that's fucking easy.
Adderall and a coffee, and he was just like set for the day.
Yeah.
I wish they would show them like breaking the fast though. Like I would love to just see him guzzling water.
Well, that fast isn't cool enough. If it was like a legit like one of those month-long ones, like that NFL offensive lineman Russell Okung, I think was doing, like that one, I would love to see
Ramadan
that.
or what?
He just did it for intermittent fasting. He didn't eat for a month or something.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah.
But, like,
well,
seeing
no,
that
he
eat-
obviously, so he only ate at night or something?
No, he didn't eat like period.
No, he was
water.
like only water for a full month, lost like 40 pounds, and then did it again, lost 40 more pounds.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
How's that healthy?
I've heard people doing a cleanse where they only drink this thing where it's like water,
Like juice or
cayenne pepper,
yeah,
lemon pepper, and like maple syrup. But if you can't just do water for a month. I think you physically can, but like I think the
would not be able to
longest
move.
a human can go without food is like 40 days before you just die.
My head would
He
explode.
must have been like.
My headache would be so bad.
He was such a big boy too. Yeah, look at him before and after. And that's also.
But yeah, I also think larger people can actually go longer without food. 'Cause
Yeah, it's fat deposits.
They just start
Like
to
a bear.
live off the body.
Yeah, just it mooches off of that.
Yeah.
I mean, he looked. Damn.
Oh wait. Oh.
43 to 70 days.
Yeah, so you die in 43 to 70.
But it says
And then without water, though, you die within like 2 days, right?
Yeah.
Something like
But
that.
he was doing water. So.
I thought I
3
watched
days.
the movie The Ring, and they're like, with water you can last 7 days, but without food and only water you can go 7 days.
I'm seeing 3 days without water.
3 days without water feels right, especially if you're in that heat in Texas. It's significantly less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can apparently drink your piss if you're like out at sea.
Yeah, it's
You don't
sterile.
have any water. Like, yeah, your piss can keep you alive a little longer.
That's Bear Grylls.
Yeah.
Do that nonstop. By the way, I rewatched recently. He did that thing with Marshawn Lynch. It was so funny.
yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
Man vs. Wild. You should. I feel like you would have a great collab with Bear Grylls.
I would love to. I would love to do a survival show with like zero survival skills.
Yeah.
And that maybe I have like a button that I can press when I'm like really fucked, but just like go out and pretend like I know everything and see how long I last before I'm absolutely fucked.
Who are the other guys? Because it was Bear Grylls, and then they did Man vs. Wild.
Oh,
that was
his
the
other
guy,
shows?
No, it was a different guy.
Well,
was Man vs. Wild Bear Grylls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Survivor Man was Les Stroud, and that guy was a badass because Bear Grylls had a camera crew, and he'd go stay at hotels.
Yeah.
I mean, he would do crazier stuff, but Les Stroud would pack all the camera equipment with him, go out completely alone, and he'd like set up a shot, go climb up a mountain, and then have to come back down, get the camera, and go back up. Like, insane what he was doing. Les Stroud is the biggest badass ever.
Yeah, not like that pussy Bear Grylls.
Bear Grylls can't hold his jock.
What a bitch.
Bear Grylls was on a guest list to come in here, but he denied.
He denied us?
Yeah, I tried
what the fuck has he got going on?
Tried to get him on lowering the bar.
It would have been, oh man. And he's eaten more, maybe one of the few people that has been like, is good for that show. You know what I mean? As far as like has good weathered.
He has like a resume. He's one of the few people that has a resume to go and lower the bar. And,
One of the very few dudes.
But he didn't come in for anything for Barstool.
After show, obviously Donnie, no shades.
Yeah, I'll probably still rock him in some of my travel content, but it was too much of a hassle to like have him on in the office all the time. Just then like we're always filming here like stool scenes, and then like you'd have stool scenes producers being like, oh shit, Donnie walks through the shot, I gotta like blur his eyes. And I have about like 7 to 10 videos already online where I'm not wearing shades, so it wasn't a big deal. I originally started wearing them so I could just conceal my identity a bit in case I had to come back from China and find like a real job. Yeah. But now this is my real job.
And then you had the one with the camera too, I remember.
Yeah. Because there was a guy who used to make vids online called Jersey Sports Fan. I don't know if you saw it.
I feel like he works here.
Jersey Jerry.
No, it wasn't Jersey Jerry, but he used to just make comedy videos on YouTube, and then eventually got a job as a teacher. Then the parents of his kids found the vids and like demanded that the school like fire him because they were, I don't know, just because they were like slightly crass vids. And so I just thought like I might have to apply for like a real job at some point, and then if they find these vids of me like blackout drunk in China, it might hurt my chances of getting hired. But don't have to worry about that anymore. But it actually has helped conceal my identity. Like I've been out at bars and like with a lot of Barstool fans, and like no one will really even notice me, and then maybe one person will come up and be like, you look kind of like that Donnie Does guy who
Or your voice maybe.
Yeah, who works for Barstool, and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's because I am him. And they'll be like, no, you aren't Donnie. And I'm like, all right, I am. And then 10 minutes later, like I put on the shades and was like, hey, how are you? And you're just like, holy fuck, it's the one Don. So yeah, that whole sort of like Clark Kent Superman thing actually works.
Worked for a while.
Yep.
And I'll be honest though, there are some examples where a person didn't have to conceal their identity. I think the number one is Blippi. Have you ever heard about Blippi, the dude the children's?
I heard something happened to him and they had to replace him, right?
No, he's still kicking. He's like the number one child show star in the world, this guy. And before he did that, he would make these videos, and one of which he took a shit in his friend's mouth.
What?
Yeah. Bona fide fact. Look up Blippi shitting in friend's mouth.
Is the video out there?
Air it on the rundown. I don't know if the video is actually around anymore. I'm assuming he got it.
Wow.
On forever. Harlem Shake poop. No, that's not what we're looking for. That's a little too far back.
We went to a NASCAR.
Blippi regrets viral video in which he poops in friend's mouth.
Yeah. We went to a NASCAR thing and Blippi was there, like putting stickers on people's cars and stuff.
Yeah, so see, there is some coming back.
That.
Yeah. I mean, I was very dedicated to the shades. When me and Vibbs filmed that video in the Las Vegas tunnels, I was rocking them.
Yeah. Pitch black.
Yeah, you couldn't see a thing down there.
No.
I don't know how you. Apparently, yeah.
The Everest series concluded. I watched it this morning.
Yes.
Your rap video was very funny.
Wonton Dawn, Stella Blue Coffee, Everest Base Camp. Check it. What's a man gotta do for a pot of Joe? In a place like this where the copters go, Everest Base Camp where there's lots of snow. If I don't get some coffee, then I gots to go. But that's when I saw something out my dreams, a big fat sack of them magic beans. In my pants I was about to cream. Good thing Base Camp had the right machine. Brewing up the blue for what we about to do. Brewing up the blue, finna take it to the roof. Brewing up the blue, cause we need a little boost. Brewing up the blue, this cup's for you. But to tell you the truth, I haven't taken a poo in the last 5 days. This shit really ain't cool. Don't wanna go down in history as the constipated fool who took a trip to the mountains and didn't die in K2, but passed away at base camp cause he couldn't push through. So I called a big cat and told him make me a brew that can loosen my stool, make me go number 2, and put your dog on the front. You know that shit would be cute. Now I'm pooping on the roof of the world. Yeah, I'm pooping, owe it all to your girl. Now I'm pooping, got my shit unblocked. Yeah, I'm pooping, Stella Blue on top. Brewing up the blue for what we about to do. Brewing up the blue, finna take it to the roof. Brewing up the blue, cause we need a little boost. Brewing up the blue, this cup's for you.
Brewing Up the Blue, watch it. Stella Blue music video filmed at Everest Base Camp. Shout out Riffy Beats for producing that beat for me, pro bono. Yeah, it's like sort of like an 80s hip hop vibe. Mm-hmm. I love 80s music, hip hop, and Stella Blue coffee, and this was a way to combine it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see, I don't know if it was while you were there, someone did like the first comedy show at Everest Base Camp?
That was Francis's idea. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah, like apparently when I booked the trip, he was like, God damn it, like 2 years ago I tried to pitch Barstool on going to Everest Base Camp and doing the first like stand-up comedy routine there, but it didn't get approved.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Wait, but then someone actually did?
Yeah, I think someone did a show
do well?
at, I have no clue. But I think it was a Guinness, yeah, it was a Guinness World Record.
Wow.
When was it? It might have been, I don't know.
This was
Duo performance.
updated July 7, 2020.
Dude, Francis is going to be pissed when he...
Yeah.
I mean, has anyone filmed a music video up there? Or
Yeah, I was going to
might be-
you might be the
the only
first.
a record?
That hasn't used just like nothing but B-roll that they didn't film, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, at the time, like, I was like, all right, we got to film a music video for Big Cat because he's paying for the helicopter, but we didn't have the beat or the song like written. So I thought of like the first 4 lines, and then I just had an idea of what I was going to be rapping about and the rest of it, and we just like filmed shots that could potentially fit it.
What was the music group you used to be a part of?
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, was one of the original members of Time Flies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a like weird stooly like.
They were like what, an American
intertwinement.
K-pop group, right? Was that it?
American K-pop group? No, they were an American pop duo.
Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of the time you were in the American K-pop group.
Oh, the only white K-pop group?
Yeah.
Korea? Yeah, I filmed an interview with them.
Oh, I thought you like got to sing with them. Gotcha.
I got to dance with them. But yeah, the first time Cal and Rob ever made a song together, I was also on that song.
That's so funny.
I still have it.
Through.
Yeah, we probably have like 4 songs in the vault. Maybe they'll let me release them at some point.
What'd they do? They did like a Tuesday freestyle for
Time
Barstool?
Flies Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's my dude, yeah, on KFC radio, yeah, you got this. Know what they do, kicking freestyles right here in Barstool HQ, like you got this. I get the topics, no, I never drop this. I'm complaining about sand traps like I'm Justin Thomas on that floor pace pod. You get the shit that you seen, I get the YP with the stool scenes. You got this, they don't drop it, you know I don't stop it. I'm talking about, yeah, the chicks in the office, if they talking about that's news, they know when they say they down me, yeah, like Tex getting knocked out right there at Rough and Rowdy.
Where they used to like do freestyles every Tuesday.
I remember, yeah, those were the good old days.
What would you say is your for anyone who hasn't watched your Everest series yet? What's your elevator pitch for them?
I think it's some of the only like most content you see about Everest is that it takes itself very seriously, and I think my content was a lot more like lighthearted and humorous, as well as like you learn a lot about the people I'm with. They're all very impressive, and yeah, so yeah, it's Everest content that, you know, it's very informative, but it doesn't take itself too seriously.
Accessible.
Yeah, very accessible. And we get like most people who do the trek, if you're not actually climbing Everest, you just get to show up at base camp for a half hour and leave because you don't have a permit to stay there. But because I was with NIMS and Elite Exped, I had the permit. So I'm actually like living at base camp for 4 days.
Yeah.
And so you get to see what it's really like up there.
Yeah, make sure to check it out. It was awesome. White Sox Dave jumping headfirst into the vocal roll, also very funny.
That's the end of that.
I think Porno had like a near aneurysm laughing at that, and I don't blame him. Have you guys seen this video?
Yeah.
Yes.
It is
Yeah.
just so
I was
on
thinking,
brand.
like, even if he didn't dive into it head first, it would have been a very unimpressive vid because he was only getting
jump.
up on the wall by like an inch.
His jump, his vertical is rough.
It would have been even funnier if he tried really hard to jump and popped it.
Yeah, so I mean, him, like, getting a nosebleed was a best case scenario because now it's an all-time video. If it was just him stuck 1 inch off the fucking moon bounce.
Oh, I'm so happy they made him do this. I still can't believe that he fucking shredded his face.
Yeah.
Idiot. That's so fucking funny. I'm trying to think if I would, like, did Eddie try it? Did
I was wondering
Chief
that
try
too.
it?
I don't think.
'Cause I don't think anyone at the office was going to do a good attempt at that. Or at least the Chicago office.
No.
So anyway. We are broadcasting the Korn Ferry Live Tour. Jake Marsh, Francis, Kirk, and Foreplay. Big crew. If you're into golf, make sure you're checking it out. You should be checking it out.
I will say the broadcast team, very good broadcast team, very knowledgeable.
Impressive.
But they'll also be fun. They're not like Jim Nance, but
Yeah.
I like a little stuck up.
I like having Kirk there too, because Kirk is just like, his brain is on like a different level with golf stuff. You know what I mean?
I've seen him in the dozen.
It's
where it's just
crazy
yeah.
how good he is at that stuff. Anyway, Adam Duritz had sex with basically every hot 90s woman that's ever existed. It is unbelievable. You ever seen his dating record?
Yeah, and that's the lead singer of Korn, right?
That is the lead singer
Yeah.
of Counting Crows.
Counting Crows.
Oh,
I
right?
just said,
I fucked it up
It's
when I said
weird. He
feels
looks
like a Korn
he'd
guy.
be in the fucking band Korn.
Jonathan Davis is the lead singer of
Okay.
Korn.
Yeah, Adam Duritz. He dated Courtney Cox and Jennifer Aniston like at the same time in the 90s.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
In
the pic-
Rossum.
The pictures of him with them just are hilarious.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, really.
shout out to Adam Duritz.
I mean, look at this guy.
I know, and that's where it was one of the most weirdly. And people are complaining about like this kid with Ariana Grande or whatever, this redhead dude.
Yeah.
This is the beacon of light for that guy.
I used to rock very similar facial hair to him, and
Yeah.
it's not a good look.
I mean, shout out to Adam Duritz. Anyway, that's the rundown. See you guys next episode.